So here we are, finally with Suhasni, or as we call her, Sue. Sue cleared PMP exam with all above target, and she is really a warrior. So, guys, how good she's a warrior. Let me just give you an example. She's so busy that we have been trying to do this journey for past few days, but because of her busy schedule, she was unable to get time. But finally, good things to get at right time. And finally, on Monday, we are here with her journey. So, Sue, first of all, congratulations from the entire PMP community on such a magnificent score. You
Thank
did,
you.
you just did it in the best possible way. So,
Yeah.
Sue, it belongs to you. It is your journey. Share it in any way you would like to share.
Yeah. So, first of all, I would just like to thank you, Amir, for your incredible and outstanding coaching system that you have. I don't think without your follow-ups and without your push, achieving this PMP in a month is like possible. I mean, so a big thanks to you. You have like an amazing coaching system. My journey, I mean, I just wanted to become PMP for almost like a year, and I just couldn't do anything about it. I mean, I was just not doing anything about it because of my other like priorities and schedule. And just this year, I was just, I mean, I got PMBOK and also Agile. I just read a couple of pages, not even like more than 50 pages. And I was like, okay, I cannot do this. I cannot retain anything because I'm not a person who likes to read. So I was just going through some, I mean, just YouTube just to see if there's any online content. I mean, any videos that would help me, understand Agile in a better way. And I came across your video. I think it was like 30 minutes or 1 hour video. And it was, I have to say this, it was easy to understand. It was like, it was simple and easy to understand, which is really important. And that what made me like contact you because I was like, okay, I need to get hold of this guy to in order to get my PMP certification. And I also watched Shashwini's journey video, and I was really inspired from her video. And I was like, okay, now it's time to just contact this guy. I mean, and just get hold of him. And luckily, batch 12, you still had a couple of spots open, and I was like, okay, I need to join your batch. And that's how it started.
That's how it started, and how it ends. And let me show actually everyone. So that's how it started and how it ended. I really want to show to everyone. So here is how it ended basically. Mhm. So Sue falling here with all of target. So this is her result sheet and this is her score sheet. So Sue, let's talk more about that training program. How basically you kept on working, why it was so fascinating and so hard in the meantime. What were the things for you, like how the 6 days went? How what you can share to the everyone about that
Yeah.
6 days first? Yeah.
Yeah, so the first, I mean, the 6 days training program was amazing. I have to say, it was not I have to say in my words, it was not like it was not like sleepy or it was very interactive. I think one would not like just doze off, just okay, thinking, okay, what is this? It was very interactive session. You would just give us like the mind maps, which was like interactive, and it helped us to kind of know what we have learned. So that was really good. I did your 50 questions per chapter. Yeah, 50 questions, and I did all the 6 mocks, and then I did prepcast, 2 prepcast. Um,
Yeah, so let's talk about those 50-50 questions. How important they were in understanding, because the purpose why I give 50-50 question is to go deep into that topic. Okay, you have studied it. Okay, you watched the videos, read the slide, attended the class, but what is the use of that knowledge? I really believe that if you don't apply that knowledge instantly, you don't know actually. So what do you think about those 50-50 question? Because we were going up and down in the score when it comes to those 50-50 questions. So what do you say about that?
No, the 50 questions really prepares you and just gets you ready with the core, I mean, with the knowledge of that particular chapter. For example, if I'm doing 50 questions of stakeholder, it really helps me, kind of just learn the basics of, for example, stakeholders, of communication. So it prepares you for the mock and for the prepcast. For me, the challenging part was for my mock. I mean, I didn't do the mock in like 4 hours. I did the mock in like maybe 6 hours because I have my son who
You are
needs
talking
constant
about,
attention, so I
talking
couldn't
about
concentrate.
Udemy. So you are talking about Udemy mock, right?
Yes, the Udemy mocks. Yeah, so it's a 4 hours, and I think I just did it in like 6 hours, like with resume, and then kind of get back to the mock again. Because for me, like doing the mock in 4 hours, it was very kind of challenging with everything. But yeah, but 50 question, it really prepares you for the mock and for the prepcast.
Okay, so let's talk about the mocks more. Uh, in those mocks, what was your score?
I scored somewhere between 66 to 68%.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about those mocks. I know, of course, I know what was your score. So, what was the difficulty? Why we were, because of you were not giving continuous attention to those mocks? Because when we went to the other mocks in the prepcast, you only did two. I said, okay, give exam, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think was missing thing? It was the concentration thing, you would say.
Yeah, for me, the concentration, uh, I would do one question and my son would knock on the door and I have to attend him. He's 3 years old, so for me, concentration was something I couldn't give like full concentration. That's why I said like instead of 4 hours
Those
work.
That 3 year age is very amazing. Yeah. My daughter is almost 3 year old, and I know how cranky sometimes she get. Like if she stick to something, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have an option.
Yes.
And with mother, of course, with father, if it is 1%, with mother it is 100%. She needs them.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about further these mocks. How relevant they were to the real exam.
I would say they were quite relevant with the real exam. Just like especially yeah, Udemy mocks. Prepcast, it prepares you for time management, but your mocks were really like relevant, very close
Yeah,
to the
yes.
real exam.
Yeah, they were. This means my mocks were more clear towards real exam. Prepcast. The only reason I recommend to buy Prepcast is only for one reason: the timer thing.
Time, yeah,
That you cannot stop that. You are stuck with it. And
yeah,
I know when you told me I cannot do full mock. I don't have time. Then we went with that 60, 60, 60. And the
yeah,
purpose of doing 60, 60 question is only one purpose, is that to in real exam you get 60, 60 question.
yeah.
Let's talk about the exam day. Your exam was in home or in center?
It was in center.
Good, good.
So before exam, what I did was I drove to that center just to
Hmm,
get familiarized with that place, with that building, so
hmm,
that on the day of exam, I don't panic.
hmm.
My exam was at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
so that was an exercise that I did before the exam.
That's a very excellent exercise. I would highly recommend to everyone, because you don't want to like, even if you are living 15 minutes away, I still recommend go
Yeah,
and look at the center, talk to those people, because at the day of the exam you don't want to have any kind of new thing.
correct.
Your mind is already tense.
Yes,
So I highly recommend do that. And if your exam center is like more than 3 4 hour away, then I recommend go there near the center.
correct.
Get a room in a hotel. It's
Yeah,
like I don't get a 5 star hotel. Maybe a simple room. Go there, stay there. I don't want you to travel 4 hours on the exam day.
correct.
So
Yes,
today Vandana's cleared ACP. So I specifically, like for PMP, she had to travel like 4 hours. So she went a day earlier. I to ask her. Today she only had 1 hour, so that is okay.
Yeah.
But still, I asked her to go 3 4 hours earlier because that is important for your mind and all the phases. Okay, then the exam day. But before one exam day, what about the exam day call, the last night call? How was it?
Oh my God, it was so helpful. I was panicking a lot. I was so nervous. I was just like, okay, I don't know anything. I don't know about stakeholder. I don't know about communication. I don't know this. I don't know that. I was just panicking a lot. But your call, it really kind of helped me to calm down. And then the meditation that you suggested, I was doing the deep breathing. Even on the day of exam, I was sitting in my car and I was doing the deep breathing because I was like so tense, so nervous. But yeah, that really helped me a lot.
Did you drive it yourself or your husband drove you?
No, I drove myself. It was like 25 minutes away from my house, so I
I
did.
always recommend one more thing. So, guys, try to get a driver. Like, if your spouse can drive or you can go by Uber, I highly recommend that. That's another thing because when you are driving, you will be tensed.
Yep.
No matter how good you are prepared while going there, if there's a drive. So, I actually, and the second thing, when you are coming back, of course, you pass the exam, you are overwhelmed.
Or
Again, not that good thing
yeah,
to be a driver.
yes.
So you are like overdose with dopamine, and these are the same chemical. But when we drink alcohol, we get those things. So not recommended. Okay, so let's talk about the exam. How did you manage time?
So the time, yeah. So for the first 60 questions, I did first 60 questions in 65 minutes.
Good.
The
So
second, yeah, the second 60 questions I did in 70 minutes, and the next 60 questions I did in 70 minutes.
okay, why you were able to do like first part is, I would say, the most difficult part in my opinion. It
Yeah.
is the most difficult part. You are tensed and you were tensed as you are saying. So how you were able to manage to do that in 65 minutes?
So what I mean, I would say Prepcast really helped me with the 60 questions, the timer, you see, and I mean, my all my questions were almost like 3 to 4 liners. It was not like I think I hardly had one or two questions which was just like one line, but rest all the questions were 3 to 4 liners. I just concentrated on the issue, like what is the question asking and what is the issue in that question.
That is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Now, focused on the problem.
problem.
What is the problem
Yes,
and how we can resolve that problem?
correct.
That is the beauty. That is the
Yeah,
beauty.
so I mean, I didn't focus a lot on okay who bought what, but I was just focusing on what is the issue and what I need to do to resolve. So I read the last line. I started with the last line. I read all the options. In that way, also like I eliminated like almost like one. I mean, one option is eliminated, escalating or something. That is the last option that we would choose. And then I read the question. I understood the gist, and I was able to kind of get the answer.
You
The
follow the question solving method religiously. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did it from at the I mean from the very beginning. I didn't like follow at the last, but I did it from the very beginning. And when I did the first 60 questions in 65 minutes, I was like, okay, what did I do? I mean, did I I mean, I know I'm too fast, but what am I mean doing wrong? Because I mean, I was just able to get that rhythm and just go on to the next questions. Yeah, so that's how
so
I did
you
on the
took
next question.
then you took the 10-minute break,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So did you got the chocolate with you or no?
I took dates. Like you suggested, I just had one date, not to have over rush of sugar. Just had one date,
That
had
is a
some
very
water.
critical, that is a very critical thing. Like that's why in my always I try to be very very precise about that. That don't eat a complete chocolate.
Yeah,
For example, let's say you bought a Mars chocolate and you ate the complete Mars. You will be overdosed with the sugar, and in the exam you will be like dozing off. So
yep,
that's a very risky area, and
yeah,
that's why I said one bite of a chocolate
yeah.
because
I
I
just
remember
followed.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of my students, Zaina, she was from Mauritius. She bought three chocolate with her, and her exam got delayed. Like she had to wait for 3 hours. Now she didn't had any breakfast, and she had to wait 3 hours. She ate all the chocolates. So then she told me that like she was kind of like in a very rush way. That was interesting, but generally I highly recommend that you control those
control.
things.
Yep.
Okay, so why you took 70 minutes for the other two areas?
Again, for the next second set of 60 questions, I just follow the same, like reading the last line, options, understanding the issue, I mean, in the question, and then getting through the answer. I didn't like stop. I didn't like relax. I just kept on moving to the next question, and then by the time I completed the second set of 60 questions again, I had this thought, okay, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but this is going like fast. And for the last 60 questions, by the time I reached, it was 180 questions. I think 175 question, the 175, I was like, okay, I still have 25 minutes left. Then I slowed down a little bit for the next 5 questions. Again, I did it, and then I submitted, and then yeah, the
Okay,
result just came up. Yeah.
that's an awesome thing. Acha, let's talk about a little bit more of the exam now. Na? So, which area was more targeted?
So, how I would rate is teams, communication, then stakeholder, then a couple of questions from risk, couple of questions from procurement, and it was all about agile and hybrid.
Hmm. Angel. So what we were actually expecting, the same thing. I
Yep.
would put it in this way: what we were expecting that the team would be the most dominant area, and like now I have started doing a different thing. Apart from 50 questions of team, I have started giving 200 questions specifically, 180 question specifically only on team to my aspirants,
Yep.
because since the team is the most important thing. But interesting thing about team, you cannot solve team question without knowing stakeholder. You
Correct.
cannot solve team question without knowing communication, without knowing agile, without knowing life cycles. So all these things are merged, right?
Yep.
It is a team problem. I totally understand, but things are different. Okay,
Yes.
so let's talk about how many compliance questions.
I think more than close to 7 or 8 compliance questions.
Mhm,
Um, yeah.
mhm. How many drags and drop?
I had 3 drags and drop.
Okay.
Uh, one was pretty easy.
No, you cannot share the question. If you are
Yes.
gonna, yeah,
No.
that's very important. That's a
Yes.
red line there. You cannot share anything
Yeah.
in regards to the PMP. Okay, so
Yeah.
three drags and drop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Three drags and drop.
how many multiple choice question with more than one option?
I had two.
You had two questions. Okay, and any fill in the blank,
No.
any graph question.
Graph. I had 3 questions.
You had three graph questions. Were they easy?
Um, I would not easy, but I think I just did my best.
Okay, any critical path question,
No.
any formula question,
No.
not even SPI CPI.
No.
Oh, that is interesting. Though you are the second person saying the same thing. Now even the SPI, CPI, maybe PMI is listening me. So the PMI, okay, that is interesting thing. Okay, you have given us a lot of information, like how my mocks has helped, how that coaching system has pushed you.
Yes.
Like now, your final advice for PMP aspirants.
I would just say to all the PMP aspirants, just have a constant engagement, like how we do stakeholder engagement, right? So just have a constant engagement with PMP. I mean, even if you take a break of a day or so, but just again get back, just do the root cause analysis. Just keep on going through the root cause analysis, like just like in a day, just kind of go through, that analysis. That's really important because there is like so much of things. It's so difficult to remember each and everything, even in the root cause analysis. So just kind of just glance over it and just follow Amir's lead. He's the guru. So just follow his lead and you will be successful in this journey.
I would put it, I'm not a guru, I'm just a coach. Okay, so Srikant is asking any ethical question, ethics question.
I think I just had like 1 or 2
Yeah.
questions.
Okay, in Agile, the Scrum was most dominated.
Yes.
Okay, so Nazia Rauf is asking a question. So yes, Sue did clear. You can read the question and you can answer it, please.
Okay, for this certification, yes, I did pass this exam in first attempt, and The total time, I mean, I started Amer's batch in September, and on November 8th, I gave my exam. So it's almost like 1 month, 1.5 month,
Yeah,
I would
the
say.
batch ended on like 30th of
30th.
28th of yeah, and
Yeah.
so how difficulty level if you compare now, Nazia, that's a very interesting question. When you say difficulty level, with which are you comparing?
Yeah.
Like whenever you say what is the difficulty level, with which are you comparing? So that's an important thing. So for easiness, if you compare it with my mocks, especially the mock number 4, with which how much difficulty level would it be? From scale from 1 to 10, if the mocks are like 3 4, what would be the exam?
I would say compared to that mock 4, it was pretty, I wouldn't say that was that difficult compared to mock 4.
So yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
specifically yesterday, two of my students did exam, did mocks, and both of them they are excellent students. Both of them, one of them got 60%, one of them actually three did. One got 63, one got 64, and I was kind of smiling inside because I made this question. I know that these mocks are supposed to be difficult. So you would say the difficulty level is almost the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or a
So,
bit,
so
or a little bit less, I would say.
ah, that's
But
good.
not like very, I mean, I wouldn't compare it like very less
Okay.
difficult. Yeah.
So Haresh is asking any MBTI question?
No, did
No
not have.
MBTI question.
No.
Oh, but Harish, even there is no MBTI question, I still recommend doing MBTI survey. If just you put on the Google MBTI, you can get a survey. And you did that. So I asked every one of the students because if you can just do that one survey, you would be able to ask to answer any kind of question that MBTI put it.
Yeah.
Although for last 3 months I didn't see any student getting MBTI question, still it's important. Acha, how many mocks you did? So we would say 8.
Yeah.
Yes. But let me put it this way, Harish, let me put it this way. In my for my students, first you do 50-50 question. There are 13 topics, and each topic has 50 questions. So one is that. Then there are complete 6 mocks. She did that. Then two other mocks, and then 60 questions of other things.
Yeah.
So if you put in the context, 10-12 mocks, more than 10-12 mocks, if you want
Yes.
to put. So, guys, if you have any question, do let us know. I would be more than happy to answer. Acha ji, so you know that there are people in your batch. There are many people in your batch. Many, like your batch was beautiful. Like there were many females, many males, Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh,
Yeah.
Australian. You are an Australian?
US.
Yes, I always forget. So you're Australian, US, all over the world were in your batch, even from Nigeria, even from other part of the world, Germany. So each one teach one. The
Yes.
responsibility lies on the person who have cleared the exam. People like you, that you guys need to make sure that other people help, other people get clear.
Yep.
Okay, this is very very important. Specifically, I would say for females to teach other minimum those females because why I put it this that you know more like how much time a mother have, how much a time a mother have, how much time a housewife have. So do put help other females specifically in that context. Okay, we have one more thing. Are prepcasts sufficient to pass? Amigo, yes and no. I would say yes and no. Why? If one thing that I love about prepcast is their timer. If you do 60 questions, that's a beautiful thing. But prepcast has not updated their question. The questions are still more towards process based, right? So
Yeah.
the question is more towards process based and exam is more toward people based. So
Yes.
prepcast is good but sufficient, I wouldn't say it. In current exam, maybe because 2 months back I was recommended a lot prepcast because the exam was more towards process oriented. Now exam is more toward people oriented. So that is ITTO. Did you get any question on ITTO?
No.
So ITT question does not come, amigo. Okay, the second thing, so I need you to write down PMP question. This is very important. And you know, regarding the PDUs thing, like, and plus each one teach one, and the final thing, and you have already done it. Celebrate.
Yes.
You did very, very hard work with your family, with everyone. So now is the time to celebrate. Okay, so with that, thank you very much for your time. I know how busy you are, and yeah, and how these things are. So, amigo, Prepcast has many attitude question. Amigo, there's an option in Prepcast in include exam question. Do not include the ITTO question.
Yeah.
There's an option you can do that. Okay, guys, if you have any question, you can always contact me at this number or at email if you want to contact Sue. So I guess they can go at LinkedIn and can contact you. With this, Sue, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck for future endeavors. Bye bye. Thank
Thank you so much, Amir. Thank you.
you. Thank you. Congratulations. You got a lot of congratulations suddenly.
No,
Congratulations from Ash. Congratulations from Bilal. Okay. Okay, guys.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.